Yeah, but welcome to Kempten University, to our international MBA program. So we have a number of Indian alumni. So we are very active in trying to integrate Indian students in our program. So we are also present in Indian MBA fairs. So we are very much interested in getting Indian MBA students into our program, and we also are very successful promoting the career of Indian graduates of our MBA program so far. So to give you an idea and insight where we are. So I want to share the whereabouts about Kempten. So we are obviously in Germany, but we are in the very south of Germany, on the border to Austria as well as Switzerland, which is also not far. And we are located in the wider Munich area. So a lot of our students, as well as our graduates, alumni, are also working in Munich. So we are. So yeah, what is you already get an introduction to German programs, but maybe just shortly some brief overview about specifics in studying in Germany. So we are here in a specific area in Bavaria, as I told you, in the south of Germany. So obviously we are subject to 4 different seasons now. We are still in the winter. We're hoping that spring will come. So last week it was very cold. We are a very typical, well-known German area here in Bavaria. So normally if you think about Germany, then Bavaria comes to your mind, and its typical culture. Still, we are the population around here is mostly fluent in English. So for daily services, you can go by in English. It's a touristic area, so there are also a lot of international visitors here. So Germany in general is also now growing of growing interest for an international student audience. So we attract more and more international students, also especially to Bavaria. So just again, so where would you study? The town is called Kempten. It's I'm sure that you have never heard about it. But it's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, German town founded by the Romans more than 2,000 years ago. It's the center of the region here, of the Bavarian region, which is called Allgäu. It's a small town which is in the heart of the area. But as it's the capital of the area, you have all kinds of infrastructure, like the university, hospital, schools, malls, restaurants, cinema, and all in very short walking distances. So it's very convenient and comfortable to live here. It's a very safe region. It's highly attractive. So Kempten, as small as it is one of the rapidly growing towns in Germany, as a lot of people try to relocate here because of the attractive region, also because of the booming economy in this area. Just to give you a short impression here where we are. Yeah, so the castle, that's one of the most famous landmarks of Germany. That's just around the corner. That's the area where we are located in. So typical pictures of Bavaria, obviously. Beer and the Oktoberfest, also maybe something you heard about it. These are all typical German landmarks, which especially Bavaria is known for. So we are a mid-sized university. Sorry. We have now we are growing. We have around 6,000 students. We have different areas, but obviously here with the MBA, we are located in the business administration area. And to answer a question that we heard from in the last presentation, so as we are targeting mostly non-business degree holders, so a lot of our participants are engineers or IT experts. Which is also true for our Indian students, which have mostly an engineering or an IT background. And also the industry around here is mostly based on technology. So we have a well-known machinery industry. We have a lot of automotive industry, which is in high demand of engineers as well as IT experts. So we are obviously members of various organizations. We have an international accredited program. I'll just skip one of two of the slides to get us into the most relevant part of the presentation. So what we are offering high quality international accredited programs. We are accredited by the European accreditation agency called EFMD, which is also well known for its EQUIS accreditation. We have their EPAS accreditation, which is accreditation especially for the MBA program, and there are only 6 programs in Germany which have been accredited by the EFMD. So we are quality-wise, but also from our size, we are one of the biggest top 10 MBA programs. So we have currently around 130 active MBA students, and we have between 40 and 50 entries every year. We have a clearly internationally focused program, which international lectures, completely in English, obviously, international content, and we also have a growing number of international students. So currently, the percentage of international students is between 30 and 50% of the total student body in the MBA program. What is specific about our MBA program is, besides the international orientation, that you as international students will study together with German students. So while in most international full-time programs in Germany, you will have groups of exclusively international students, while we have a certain specific organizational model, time schedule, where we integrate German and international students. And we think that's very important, because like this, you really adapt, integrate into the German business community. You have plenty of opportunities to network with your German co-students, so that will also create opportunities for internships and additional job perspectives for your future career in Germany. Another specific aspect of our program is that we have a very strong leadership focus. So that's also in the name of our program. From our perspective, MBA students normally want to pursue a career. They want to take over leadership responsibilities. And in order to do this, they do not only need business knowledge, but also leadership competencies. So that's what we are going to develop. So we have different seminars, very strong module focusing on this, which recreates behavioral change in your leadership behavior in order to foster your career as a leader. Another area of interest in our program on specific value is that we have a general management approach, but in addition to this, you can select from 4 different special tracks. So if you're interested to specialize, you can do this. So we have a specialization in logistics. So Germany is also not only world champion in the automotive industry, in the machinery industry, but also in the in the logistics industry, because we need to ship all our cars and machines all over the world. Especially Kempten is a headquarter, one of the largest European logistics companies. So therefore, we have a lot of knowledge in the logistic areas, and you can specialize here and also then use our network to find a career in logistics. We have another special track, specialization in international sales management, because we have professors with an expertise in this area who will share this with you, as well as professors who have a specific knowledge in the area of organizational transformation, means change management, entrepreneurship, design thinking, changing, adapting organizations. So here, if you have a special area of interest and or want to pursue an industry in such an area, you have the option here to specialize and to build additional knowledge in this area. I think you're aware of what an MBA is all about. It's about sharing experience and trying to apply it. So we have a strong focus on application here, and we have a very strong focus also on sharing experience with the lecturers as well as with the different participants. As our program is very flexible, and you will encounter new students in every new seminar, so you will meet up to 100 different MBA students during your program, which gives you plenty of networking opportunities. So just to show here that we have we cover all kind of general management modules. So we have some basics, we have management know-how that we are covering, and we have a very strong focus on leadership competencies, as I have shared with you. I've already talked about the time structure. So we have part-time and full-time options. So normally international students are interested in the full-time option. But if you find a job before you finish your studies, which is theoretically possible, you could also switch at any time from full-time to part-time mode in your studies. And we also have like part-time students who decide to continue full-time, so there is all kind of flexibility in our program. Also based on the fact that we start 2 times per year, so you can start in September, but you can also start in March. So we have just started a new group this week with a percentage of 50% of international students, and then we will offer the same class again in September. So that's a typical structure if you're a full-time student, and you also have been asking questions about internships before. So our specific time schedule allows you to do internships parallel to your studies, because we offer a lot of seminars on the weekends, so you can study together with the German part-time students, and on the other hand, you have time during the week to do German language courses, like at the beginning when you come here to Germany, and then later on to do proper internships, which could be even up to 5 days per week, depending on your individual time schedule that you have. Yeah, quality and value, already focused on the international accreditation. We have also German accreditation. We have been re-accredited several times already. The program exists since 15 years. We have more than 400 alumni already. And we are very proud about the extremely positive feedback of our graduates. And you can also ask our Indian alumni about his experience with the program. Yeah, before you will have the opportunity to ask questions. Our requirements are you need to have an international acknowledged university degree. That means your university needs to be internationally acknowledged. You need a 4 years bachelor program. You need a degree, a first grade or a degree with high distinction. You obviously profound English skills. You need to have a minimum age of 25 years. And we will have a personal interview, Skype interview with you based on your formal application, which you will do online. The total costs are currently 16,900 euros. The living costs in Kempten are lower compared to big cities like Munich. So apartment costs are between 300 and 400 euros. So the general cost of living are lower, like in Munich or Frankfurt, comparable cities. That's also an advantage here. Also, our program fees are very attractive compared to other internationally accredited programs. On the other hand, we do not offer any scholarships. Yeah, deadlines for application are end of June. But we'll move this forward to end of May for the international students because you need time for the visa process and for the relocation. But you have, as I told you, it's not only possible to start in September, but also in March, which gives you more flexibility also for your personal planning. Yeah, we have a strong service orientation, so we help you with the relocation process, with settling down here. We help you finding an accommodation. We offer you German courses, and we also have a career service which supports you with your applications, with networking, and creating job opportunities for you. In general, as you might be aware of, the German economy is extremely successful. It's booming. There's a high demand of experts, especially in the area of engineering and IT. Yeah, some quotes from our Indian students here, which care of some of our German Indian alumni. Sorry. With this, I would also end the presentation here and give you the chance to ask questions, and also to Mr. Maya Navar, who is next to me. Maybe can move into this now here. Yeah, so please feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, hello to all.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. We do have questions pouring in. Before that,
Yes.
if I may quickly ask Mr. Mayanavar, would you like to say something about the program, about your experience, so that students can ask you more focused questions? Just one or two sentences, maybe.
Yeah,
What you
sure.
did, what your background in India was, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Just to tell myself, like I'm technical background, and I've been working in India for more than 10 years. So why Kempten? Like then I was thinking of to build up my career in automotive. So looking out for a non-technical MBA program, I decided like either US, UK, or Germany. Germany, why? Because I had my master's in automotive. While I was researching on the MBA program, I find Kempten and the Ulm program to be suitable for me. And then I was just again clicking on to the accreditation because that was more important for me. Like, the MBA should be accredited and should be what you said, it should be recognized by the most of the companies and the countries. Then I find Kempten MBA has been accredited and it's been recognized all over the world. So it was quite easy for me to make a decision. And second important thing was, as you see, the MBA, the minimum requirement is like the people should have a minimum 2 years of experience. So that gave me an hint that the people who are going to come will be having some exposure into a working environment, and that is where I can actually build up the connection. As you know, MBA is more of building a connection. I felt this program I can build up a good connection to different people and build a wide network, which happened to be true for me in my case. During my course, So yeah, before getting into the course, this is my story how I landed up into Kempten. And of course, as Professor mentioned, I really like the sceneries and around the Kempten. So these are the plus points which made me to join Kempten.
Right. Thank you so much. I think you have set the ground for the questions that are coming because some questions were actually about with what background can I apply for a program at your university. So we take the first question uh, from Amin, who says, if I work part-time while I'm pursuing my master's, how much can I earn working part-time?
Yeah, maybe I'll just take up this answer. Yeah. So like
Can one
as you
give some
say,
ballpark figure or maybe the minimum wage requirement? That's the safest thing to go by.
see, as you say, like, the people are allowed during the time of study. Even I worked for nearly 20 hours per week. So I was just working as a part-time. So the packages doesn't really matter in terms of how much it is, like it based on the company. Like you have a 20 hours, some company do pay you like 11 hours per 11 euros per hour. So which eventually land up to you around 600 to 800. Some company pay you more. So it's the what you have to do is like you have to balance between your study time and your part-time time. So it's legally it's not allowed you. They don't allow you to work more than 50 like 240 hours in annually. That makes sense because I mean you are not here for the job. You're for the studies. So you should have a time for the studies. So 240 hours annually or 120 days full time you can have it. So there are legally
120 full days or 240? Yeah, if I
half.
may add, it is 120 full days or 240 half days.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
That's the legal permission.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
so the take home was basically that it would depend upon your skill set, it would depend upon the company where you find your part-time job. There are minimum wages, so you know that you're safe there.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
not
but
going to be any kind of hanky-panky on either side. Yes,
okay,
please.
but you need to be aware of the language barrier. Yeah, I mean, if you're an IT
Yes.
expert, you might find a job where you can get along in English. But if you want to find any other kind of work, normally some language competencies are required.
Yeah.
So it's highly recommended for anybody who's interested in studying Germany to do some German courses, at least A1 or better A2, or when they're already in India to prepare for
Yeah.
relocating to Germany.
Yeah. I prefer if they can complete A2, it will be very advantageous here. So as such, there are a lot of internship part-time by many companies. The only bottleneck which I faced personally was with respect to having a minimum qualification on the German language. So if you get prepared for that, finding a part-time or internship is not a big problem here. We have opportunities.
Right, we have already touched upon the issue and the importance of the German language when one is in Germany, and you highlighted the same thing. Thank you so much. The next question we have is from Alan, who says that he holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering,
Mhm.
and given that background, if he does masters at Kempten, what kind of job profiles can he look at?
I mean, basically, what you need to be aware of if you do an MBA in Germany, it's like it's an additional education. So if you're a mechanical engineer and then you do the MBA, you're still, from the perspective of German companies, you're still a mechanical engineer with additional non-management knowledge. So it helps you in your career as a mechanical engineer. It gives you the competencies for taking over leadership responsibilities, but still in your original work area, if you like. So the MBA is not going to change your career, it's just accelerating your career. And it helps you to integrate in Germany. And it also obviously gives you a work permit after graduation.
Right.
Maybe I'll add to the
Thank you.
professor words. Like as you know, like there are in southern Germany, especially like maybe northern, comparatively northern southern Germany, we have a lot more automotive industry. Since it was like mentioned as a mechanical background, like added to professor, like it's not just the technical part. It's about they also need a people who is good in technical and also can help out with their team development. So technical plus a non-technical knowledge will be really be helpful. So they can pick up either of the course which suits them.
Right, thank you. And the next question that we have is regarding admission requirements, where Tufail asks if part-time work experience can be counted as work experience at the time of application.
Yes, if the part-time experience is in a regular job, yeah, then we can take it. But these are individual decisions. You would need to apply, and then we would have a look at the CV, and then we would come back with questions if we see any barrier here. But theoretically, yes, it can be acknowledged.
So what it also means is that it needs to be relevant kind of work experience, relevant to the field or relevant to what one aims at studying at a later point of time.
I would say relevant for your future career.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay. Then we have a question from a younger student, Ananya, who says, do you offer any bachelor's programs?
Yes, but bachelor's programs are always full-time for a minimum of 3.5 years, and you would need to speak more or less perfectly German. But then the advantage in Germany is then it's all for free. Yeah, you only have to pay your living costs.
All right. And then we have a question from a student from Afghanistan who firstly asks, is the GMAT and the GRE a criterion for students from Afghanistan as well? And he continues, he says, with a bachelor's in mathematics, can I enroll for any of your management programs?
Theoretically, yes. This depends a little bit on your work experience. So we don't ask for the GMAT, but this depends on your degree. So as we are looking for 4 years bachelor with distinctive degree, results. So if you don't fulfill this criteria, and another option would be to do in GMAT with a minimum of 600 points. So this is what we what we are looking at if you're applying to our program. Yes, theoretically, if you have a first rate bachelor degree, also in mathematics, it would be possible to enroll.
All right. And then we have a question again, and that's a question that almost all of the universities presenting the information today were asked. How does the University Kempten help students get jobs? Are there career fairs? Are there any placement services, or what approach is used?
Yeah, we have a career service, but you need to be aware that's true for every German universities that in Germany the students need to be more active, and if they need to go to the companies and apply. It's not that the companies come and recruit on campus. That's very rare, or not existing in Germany. But so what we do in order to get companies, we have a very large company fair with like 150 companies coming to the university once a year. This is for networking, getting in touch with future employers. So we have a career service. We help you to set up your application form. We look for career strategies together with you. We already try to select candidates where we think that they have a realistic opportunities in the German labor market. And then we offer you a networking. We try to get you in touch with our alumni. Yes, so we have a career service in place, but still, the mechanism of the German labor market are different to the mechanism like in the US. So also the career service is different here.
Okay, I hope that took care of your question. Right, and with that, we have answered most of the questions that I see here. There are some questions here that relate more to the individual profiles of candidates, asking if this is acceptable, if that is acceptable in terms of language proficiency or in terms of a different background that they have worked in and now wanting to change gears, so to say.
Yes.
whom I will request that they get in touch with you over the email or the course
Absolutely.
coordinator. Would it be
Yes.
possible for, is the email address mentioned anywhere in the presentation here? Or can we say
That's
it
it.
aloud maybe?
Yeah, you
Right,
upsala.
perfect.
Sorry.
Yes, yes. No,
So
that's
you
fine.
see it here. It's at the end or on the bottom. It's info at mba-kempten.de. Kempten, Kempten .de. So info at mba-kempten.de. Anyway, if you Google for MBA in Kempten or International MBA Bavaria, then you will find us easily, and then you will also find the contact email again.
Just to add on, we are also there on Facebook. I think we can also find it on
Yes.
Facebook, LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah. We are also in the social media. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So you find us on Facebook too.
And also the alumni photos and other event photos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get an impression, get in touch on Facebook so you get also more impressions about our students and what they do and what we offer.
Okay. So I thank you both very much on behalf of the DAAD as well as on behalf of all the participants who have taken home a lot of new ideas, a lot of new information, hopefully plans, hopefully successes. And with that, we come to the end of our 2 days webinar series. Yesterday, we focused on engineering and sciences. Today, we focused on humanities and management sciences. Thanks a lot for all those who joined yesterday, who joined today, and who joined us on both these days. I say this not just on my own or on my own behalf, but also on behalf of the entire entire group of the university representatives who were with us these past 2 days, and also the organizers who were behind getting this webinar action together. I take this opportunity to name them. So you can see me, so I will not repeat my name, but below my video you see Alice Jordan from our Bonn office. Below her you see the name of Anna Zemianek from our Bonn office again, Apur Mahendru from the Delhi office, Guido Schneiders, Bonn office again. So it was wonderful working on this webinar series. It was wonderful interacting with all of you. We tried to answer as much as we could, and for the other questions that still demand answers or are rather too intricate for us to attend to on this open forum, the email IDs are always there. Just to make it simple, standard questions, general questions come to the DAAD, exact university specific, course specific questions go to the universities, so typically the course coordinators. On that note, and with a lot of best wishes to all of you, I take your leave.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.